Welcome to today's story. If you're here to improve your English while learning something inspiring for your life, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next stories. Your support helps us create more meaningful content for you. Now, let's begin. Part 1: The challenge begins. When people decide to quit sugar, they are not only changing what they eat. They are starting a journey that touches both the body and the mind. At first, the choice feels exciting. Many imagine clear skin, better sleep, more energy, and a healthier life. But the reality of the first few days often looks very different. These early steps are filled with challenges, and they test both patience and determination. Still, this is where transformation truly begins. During the first 2 or 3 days without sugar, the body reacts strongly. For a long time, it has depended on sugar as a quick source of energy. Sweet drinks, cakes, bread, and sauces have been feeding the system every day. Now, suddenly, the supply is cut. The body feels confused. It asks, "Where is my fast fuel?" That is why the first days are often described as a storm. The person may feel tired even after sleeping well. Simple tasks like walking to the bus or preparing a meal can feel heavier than before. This tiredness is not a sign of weakness. It is the body's way of learning a new rhythm. Headaches are another common signal in this early stage. They can feel light, like a dull pressure, or stronger, like a heavy weight inside the head. These headaches often appear because the brain is used to a steady flow of glucose from sugar. Without it, the brain must adapt to using other sources of energy. This process is not comfortable, but it is temporary. Just like learning a new skill, the brain needs time to adjust. Emotions also shift. Many people say they feel irritable, impatient, or even sad during these days. It can feel like a small cloud following them around. Things that were easy before now create frustration. This mood change is sometimes called the sugar flu. It is not a real illness, but it feels real. It shows how deeply sugar influenced the brain and emotions. The brain was used to quick spikes of happiness from sweet foods. Now it must discover a calmer, more natural balance. Cravings are perhaps the hardest challenge of all. A person may sit at their desk and suddenly imagine the taste of chocolate cake or soda. The desire is powerful, almost louder than any other thought. It feels like the body is shouting, "Give me sugar now." These cravings can arrive at any moment, morning, afternoon, or night. They are strong because the body remembers the quick pleasure sugar gave. But every time a person resists, the craving becomes a little weaker. It is like training a muscle. Each no builds strength for the next time. Even though these first 3 days are tough, they carry an important message. The tiredness, the headaches, the bad mood, and the cravings are not signs of failure. They are signs of change. They prove that the body is working hard to find a new balance without sugar. If someone can accept these feelings as part of the process, they will not feel hopeless. Instead, they can see these challenges as the first step toward a stronger and healthier self. The key to surviving this stage is patience and trust. It helps to drink water, eat balanced meals with protein and vegetables, and take short walks in fresh air. These small actions remind the body that energy can come from many places, not only sugar. Most importantly, one must remind themselves, this is temporary. my body is healing. With this mindset, the storm of the first days becomes easier to face. So, the beginning of the sugar-free journey may not look beautiful. It may even feel worse than before. But hidden inside the discomfort is a promise. It is the promise of clearer mornings, lighter steps, and a mind free from constant cravings. The first 3 days are only the test before the reward. For those who stay strong, brighter days are waiting just around the corner. Part 2, Week 1, Small Steps Forward. After the first stormy days, the journey of quitting sugar moves into the first full week. By this time, the body is no longer shocked, but it is still searching for balance. The cravings are not gone, the mood can still be difficult, and digestion sometimes feels strange. Yet hidden within these struggles are small signs of progress, signals that the body is learning to live in a new and healthier way. The strongest challenge in this week is the constant desire for sweet foods. It often feels like the mind cannot stop thinking about sugar. Someone may wake up in the morning with the picture of a sweet pastry in their head. In the afternoon, the thought of ice cream may suddenly appear. In the evening, the memory of chocolate can feel almost impossible to ignore. This longing is powerful because sugar once gave quick energy and instant pleasure. Now, without it, the brain is asking again and again, "Where is my reward?" But even though the cravings are strong, something begins to change. Each day, the desire feels a little less controlling. At the start of the week, it might feel like a shouting voice. By the end of the week, it is more like a whisper. The body is slowly learning that energy does not need to come from sugar. It can come from real meals with protein, healthy fats, and fiber. Drinking enough water also helps. Often, what feels like hunger for sugar is simply thirst. A glass of water can calm the craving in a surprising way. Digestive changes are another part of this stage. Some people notice bloating or feel their stomach is a little heavy. Others may have small problems with digestion that make them uncomfortable. While these moments are not pleasant, they are actually signs that the system is working hard to adapt. The gut is cleaning itself from the old routine of high sugar, and it is learning how to process food in a more natural rhythm. It is a reminder that change is happening deep inside, even when it is not visible from the outside. At the same time, small but important victories start to appear. Energy, which felt so low in the first days, begins to rise again. It is not a sudden burst like the rush after eating sugar. Instead, it is a soft, steady kind of energy. A person may notice that they are not falling asleep at their desk in the afternoon. They may walk home without feeling completely drained. This new type of energy is gentle, but it is real. It shows that the body is starting to use food more effectively and does not need the ups and downs of sugar to keep going. Part 3, 2 weeks and 1 month, Clear Benefits. By the time 2 full weeks have passed, the sugar-free journey begins to look and feel very different. The difficult headaches and the storm of emotions from the first days are mostly gone. The cravings that once felt like a loud demand are now softer and less frequent. For many people, this is the moment when the real benefits become visible not only inside the body, but also on the outside. One of the first positive changes people notice is their skin. In the past, skin may have looked dull, tired, or covered with small red spots. But now, without the constant load of sugar, inflammation inside the body begins to calm down. Inflammation is like a hidden fire that sugar often feeds. With less sugar, this fire cools, and the skin reflects the difference. It looks clearer, smoother, and healthier. Even the eyes may appear brighter. This is not only a cosmetic improvement. It is a sign that the body is becoming cleaner and stronger from the inside out. Energy is another powerful change at this stage. Before, sugar created high peaks of energy followed by heavy drops. Many people knew the feeling of an afternoon slump, when concentration disappeared, and tiredness hit suddenly. After 2 weeks without sugar, energy no longer rises and falls so sharply. Instead, it stays steady through the day. Waking up in the morning feels easier. The afternoon is no longer a battle to stay awake. This stable energy allows people to work, study, and enjoy their daily life with more focus and calm. By the third or fourth week, another surprise appears: the body itself starts to change shape. Sugar once gave the body quick fuel, but it also encouraged storing fat. Without so much sugar, the body begins to use its own fat for energy. Around the face and stomach, small changes become noticeable. Clothes may feel a little looser. The body feels lighter, not because of extreme dieting, but because it has finally switched to a healthier fuel system. This change often brings pride and motivation to continue. Part 4: Long-term, a new lifestyle. After several months without sugar, something amazing happens. The new way of living no longer feels like a challenge, it feels natural. What once seemed almost impossible, like drinking coffee without sugar or saying no to dessert, now feels normal and easy. At this stage, the change is no longer just physical. It has grown into a complete transformation of lifestyle, mindset, and even identity. The body now functions on a steady, powerful rhythm. Energy is balanced throughout the day. No more sudden drops, no more desperate need for snacks just to stay awake. Instead, people find themselves able to focus longer, work with more clarity, and enjoy activities that once felt tiring. Exercise also becomes easier and more enjoyable because the body has learned to use energy more efficiently. Muscles recover faster, endurance grows, and movement feels lighter. This shows that the body is not just surviving without sugar, it is thriving. Health markers also improve in ways that can be measured. Blood sugar levels stabilize, cholesterol becomes healthier, and blood pressure often returns to a safer range. These changes are not just numbers on a medical report. They represent real protection against dangerous conditions like diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. Every month without sugar adds more strength to the future, creating a shield that will protect the body for years to come. Over the long term, quitting sugar is no longer just a health choice. It becomes a symbol of something greater, the ability to take back control of life. It shows that discipline is possible, that real change can happen, and that freedom from unhealthy habits is within reach. This victory often inspires other positive changes: eating more natural foods, exercising regularly, or practicing mindfulness. One step of quitting sugar can open the door to a whole journey of self-care and growth. In the end, the story of living without sugar is not about losing something. It is about gaining. Gaining health, gaining energy, gaining control, and gaining a future that is brighter and longer. Sugar may have offered quick pleasure, but life without it offers something deeper: true strength, true freedom, and true sweetness, the kind that comes not from a dessert, but from a body and mind living in harmony. So, when someone asks, "What happens when you quit sugar?" the answer is simple: at first, it is hard. Then, it gets easier. Finally, it changes everything.